Yeah.
It's nice to have a weekend of no drama. You know?
Who else could get fired and replaced over the weekend and be tangibly related to Microsoft and totally impact their bottom line and throw everything into a tizzy?
I don't know. Mark Zuckerberg, maybe? He wasn't stupid enough to organize his company in such a way that this could happen, but
Yeah, I don't know. Did you buy anything for Black Friday, Paul, or Monday, or Turkey Day, or whatever?
no, I bought a few small things, mostly as gifts, but not. I mean, they happened to be on sale because of Black Friday, but it wasn't really the point. You know, this is an interesting time because, like, Sonos stuff is on sale for 25% off right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really need any Sonos stuff, you know, so it's kind of a nice place to be. I mean, they obviously the newer speakers have some advantages over what I have, but they're expensive, and you know, I'm good. Next year is going to be interesting. There's some big Sonos stuff happening. I'm sure you saw that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't need a computer or a phone or headphones or, you know, displays or anything. So no, I mean, I'm just in a place where I don't really need anything.
Yeah. That whole Sonos story about them potentially building like an Apple TV or Roku-like device.
Yeah.
And I never would have thought of them doing that, but after kind of hearing about it, it's like, actually, you know what? That makes a lot of sense for them. We'll see if they do it.
They need to, you know, Sonos is not too diversified right now in the sense that they make just smart speakers, you know? So when there's going to be ebbs and flows to that business. So kind of getting into things, I mean, you know, sound bars are sort of home theater equipment or whatever, but I mean, it's the same, you know, same basic thing. So I think getting into these kind of related side markets makes sense to them. There was a business push they started this past year, which I think makes sense, you know, getting Sonos equipment in retail stores and restaurants, and probably office buildings or whatever. But there's probably going to be more of that. And I think the services stuff makes sense for them. They need some kind of high margin offerings to offset the hardware depreciation stuff that occurs. So.
Yeah. We'll see. But my biggest concern with Sonos putting out a Roku box or whatever you want to call it is Sonos isn't really known for shipping fast and frequent. So, like, if the software isn't great or something like we'll see.
The weak link to, well, there are two, I guess. The weak link to the Sonos ecosystem to me is the app, which I hate. And I assume that you probably use Spotify or some other app instead, right? Which is the way you should do it. The problem is I'm kind of a Google guy, and I have a Google phone that uses like a Chromecast, Google Cast kind of thing, which is not compatible with Sonos, unlike AirPlay. And I use YouTube Music, which is not compatible with controlling Sonos, because those two companies are in a huge legal battle right now. So that kind of sucks. Like, there's some JBL brand of high-end audio equipment now that I might write about, which is like Sonos, except that, you know, they have their own thing. So they're Wi-Fi speakers. You can whole house audio, whatever. But they also support AirPlay and Google Cast. And it's like, it's like, that's kind of the world I'm looking for. And I suspect in time, Google and Sonos will get their acts together, and we'll see. But, you know, I've been going through this for a while. So like one of the neat things on Apple is you can target Sonos speakers with AirPlay. That means anything can work with it. And it's really cool. I hate having to use the Sonos app. So.
Yeah. Speaking of Apple, I'm super happy to announce that I had increased my iCloud storage. You know, give Apple some more. Actually, I saw it on, I think, one of your Instagram posts. Might have been. So I didn't realize, and this is like really dumb of me not to realize this, but on iOS, for people who aren't aware, it's on most services now. They have a little memories thing, right? You can put like photos on your little widget there, and it's like memories. And I love this thing. And so I think it was on your Instagram post or somebody's. I didn't realize you could set the Apple TV screensaver to be the memories.
Oh, okay. No, it wasn't mine, but
it was somebody's. Somebody did this.
Yeah, so this up on your TV as a screensaver. It's nice.
So I go into the settings and mine is grayed out. Like, I can't set this. I'm like, why can't I do this?
You don't have enough
And I
storage or whatever.
don't, there's not a clear answer why. There's no little like tooltip thing you can click and be like, let us explain why you can't do this. So you Google around or whatever, take a guess. I still don't have the exact answer, but my guess was that my photos are not backed up to iCloud. I use Google Photos and OneDrive.
Right.
So I turn that on as my furnace is turning on because the water heater's already running. You know, why not just ruin the Monday morning? Anyway, so I turned that on, and now it's trying to back up all this stuff because I only had, I think it was 200 gigs of storage, and your options are 200 gigs or 2 terabytes. There's no in between.
Billion, yeah, exactly.
There's no 1 terabyte, which would have been more than sufficient. And I was like, son of a. So I turned that on, and now everything's slowly syncing back up to the cloud or that cloud, and then hopefully that'll work. But if anyone like knows the definitive answer as to why that didn't work, I'd love to know too.
If anyone knows the definitive answer why you can't plug Google Photos into that, I'd love to know that.
Yeah, see, that would have been
right.
Or OneDrive. So now my monthly cloud storage costs have probably gone up to like $20 a month or something across all the different services. It just makes me happy to pull through.
I'm sorry.
And they wouldn't let you pay annually. Like, I would have given them more money on. I hate monthly.
They love monthly fees. You know.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of places that will you have to sign up for a year, but then you still pay monthly. It's like, guys, come on. Like, the point of this is I don't want to be doing, you know. But anyway, these things are not designed to be good for you, Brad. They're designed to be good for them. So.
Nope. I would happily pay once a year for all this stuff. But here we are.
Yep.
So, Paul, we haven't talked about Call of Duty since you've been back. How is it? How?
I haven't even looked at it.
Whoa. You all right over there?
I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know what to do here. I'm not interested. So my kids were home over Thanksgiving, as happened, and I was talking to Mark about this. And Mark and I used to get up at midnight and run down to Best Buy to play, to get these games. And there's been an interesting shift, not just with him, but actually with my daughter. Both my kids have Nintendo Switches now.
Mm-hmm.
They sit there on the couch and they're like doing their little thing. And so I asked both of them. I was like, what are you doing? Like, what is it that makes you, what? And they're far more kind of casual games, obviously.
Yeah.
And Mark in particular, we talked about Call of Duty, and I told him that what I told you, which was that I bought the thing. I spent $70 on it. I think I installed it like 3 separate times because of all the stupid multi-100 gigabyte updates. Right? Unbelievable. I spent 2 minutes looking at one level and not playing, really getting killed 3 times and not playing. And then I looked at, and they're beautiful. I mean, these are like, as we've said, some of the best levels ever made for the game franchise. But I don't know, dude. I just, it might be healthier for me not to do this. This, like, for example, Half-Life just came out with that 25th anniversary version, which I think we talked about. And I spent a bunch of time playing that. And I have to say, it's still a first-person game. It's single player. And I mean, I finished this game 12, 15 times, maybe. I don't know, a lot. It's not quite to the level of Doom or Quake, but it's the next step down, maybe. Half-Life 2, same thing. I bought all the Half-Life games over their sale. The 25th anniversary sale, I guess, was last weekend. And I'll probably play through Half-Life 2 as well. And I'm thinking, I'm just like, I'm gonna do what I've been doing. I kind of play more casually.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on the PC, which is random. It honestly has nothing to do with PC versus console. I still like the kind of separateness of it and the simplicity of the console, but I don't know. We'll see. There are things that could happen that could change things. I went through some rough years of Call of Duty where I was playing older games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as those games appear on Game Pass, I mean, that might be a thing to go back and play Ghosts multiplayer, which is one of the best multiplayer games, although a lot of people don't even know that or realize it, or just any of the older ones, the original Modern Warfares, maybe that kind of thing. I don't know. What do you have? What's your Call of Duty?
I've been playing a lot of it. I like it.
Yeah, and you're playing Warzone though, right?
Well, the Warzone stuff has not been updated, so it's just been like true Hardcore team deathmatch, hardcore team whatever.
Yeah, so you remember these maps, right? I mean, this is
Yeah.
like nostalgia almost. It makes it they're beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like I should look at them. I did pay for it, but I don't know. I'm curiously ambivalent about it. This is something I did for from 2005 until last year, like pretty much straight through.
No, I get it. I mean, I still play Age of Empires 2 on Xbox a lot.
Yeah,
Like a lot. And I'm just playing against the computer. It's casual, can turn it off when I need to. I play it probably about as much as I play Call of Duty.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I think this has been a thing for me for many years. Though I've always I was kind of addicted to Call of Duty, I guess would be the right term. And I always felt like I should be doing more things and do different things. And I would pay for like Game Pass and never use it. And I don't know. I feel like I should. I still feel like I should be doing this. I know going back and just playing old games like Half-Life is not really the answer, but it's an answer.
You think you know a guy.
I can change.